And after 2 weeks, I finally have a new video for you guys. Sorry it's taken so long, but between exams and family reunions, I haven't really had any time to myself. But let's talk about life. No, not the board game. Let's just get going. So Life is a closeted horror film in the vein of Alien about a group of scientists played by Jake Gyllenhaal, Rebecca Ferguson, and Ryan Reynolds who are on a mission to collect a satellite which has a variety of samples from Mars, and once they retrieve this satellite, they find little forms of bacteria, and once they start experimenting with this bacteria, they find out that they may be in more trouble than they were anticipating. Now, when the trailers for this came out, I thought it was going to be a mixture of Alien meets The Thing, but honestly, story-wise, it's almost identical to Alien. You get set up with a bunch of crew members that you learn to care about. They discover something in space that they should probably have never started messing with, and like the xenomorph before it, this alien starts going after the crew members. For the first half of this movie, I got a lot of enjoyment out of it, starting with the performances. Everybody across the board did a great job. Rebecca Ferguson and Jake Gyllenhaal are definitely the ones spending the most time on screen, but they were great. And Ryan Reynolds, he's not in the film much, but when he is there, he brings that Deadpool sarcastic flair that we've all grown to love. The film also looks phenomenal. The way the film was shot and the way the Earth and the space station looked, it honestly felt like the audience was taken to outer space. I know that cuts that make scenes look like they were all taken in one shot are fairly new, but when they're done well, they're done well. And there is one scene where the film takes you from one end of the space station to the other, and it was phenomenally done. But it would be a giant misstep if I didn't talk to you about the tension. The tension here, it's real and it's great. There was a point, it might have been 5 minutes, honestly it felt like 15, where I just had my hands gripping onto the armrest of my chair. The creature is one element in this overall equation for tension. These people are in closed off areas. They're in small closed off rooms. It's not a normal day at the office. Unfortunately, the second half of the movie turns into cliched horror monster movie garbage. The monster's just being a giant jerk, going off and killing people without even being remotely curious about them. All the science we learned about before goes completely out the window, and there's copious amounts of jump scares. Oh yeah, and the ending? It's predictable by a mile away. Honestly, if the second half had been a social analysis on what it means to be a predator, what it means to be prey, like the first half of the movie was, it would have been a lot better. But as a sci-fi horror film coming out in March, the movie did its job well. There was a great deal of suspense, everybody in the film did a great job, and it was very scientific. So right now, I'll say that Life is a casual watch. I guess the bigger question is now is whether Alien Covenant is going to be good. But as always, it's what you say that matters. So have you already seen Life, and what did you think of it? Leave a comment down below telling me your thoughts. And if you like what I had to say, and you want to see more, click right there and subscribe and become part of the fray of nerds who love cinema. You all have a fantastic day.